Yeah, I'm back. I don't know why I only had like a three minute limit or something like that when I recorded. But anyway, back to what I was saying though. We'll see how long this video go. Part two. Now, yeah, like I was saying, you know, Christians taught to pray over the food, right? In Jesus' name, and you pray blood over it. You know, and then that got me thinking, like, okay, when I first came up on certain knowledge, especially about African history, as melanated people, black people, or carbonated people. Not only Africa, even the ones that's already over here. That didn't come over here from the Atlantic slave trade. So when I first found out like stuff about the Illuminati, all that, all the conspiracy stuff and things like that, and then like the blood sacrifices. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. The blood sacrifices. And you know what I mean? People like, oh man, that's Lewin. That's blood sacrifice. Kanye West did this and such and such. Michael Jordan, he blood sacrifice because he part of the Illuminati. They part of the devil and they going to hell and all this and that. And then you get to think about it. Okay, blood sacrifice, right? But Christians do the same thing when you worship a man dying on the cross. I talk about his blood, how he died for you to save the whole world, man. That's blood sacrifice. You know what I mean? So that's like hypocrisy. Then it's like it's like the same thing with the foods, okay? You eating the blood sacrifice, the sacrifice of that animal. So you getting that spirit, that karma that animal went through, the cruelty that went through, and that pain, that injury going to you. If you like believe in like any type of metaphysic type energy, energy transfer. So you incorporate it into your body. The next thing you know, you are sick. You are at dis-ease. There's always things in life that's gonna make us at dis-ease. But why not help yourself, make it easier for yourself by not eating these bad foods? Because we were taught wrong. We were taught a lot of stuff that we were taught is BS. So yeah, when I was smelling all that, I'm like, oh man, I need some fresh air, because like I was mentioning earlier in the other part of the video, when you live with other people, man, they have certain lifestyles, and sometimes you kind of conflict or whatever. But I usually don't make a big deal about it, I'll just be an example, I'll make my little foods or whatever, make my little smoothies, like, here you go, and try that out. It's good, but they still gonna want to eat they certain types of food, because their condition, it's a sickness. And then if you're a Christian, you grow up and you just suspect, you pray over everything, regardless of what you eat, or regardless of affliction you have, you just pray. Just pray. But not taking on the initiative, because that's a sickness. That's a real sickness. Okay? A sickness that we don't use common logical sense to take upon ourselves to help ourselves feel better, to eat better foods. The God or whatever you believe in, they didn't put that hamburger in your hand. They ain't put them ribs and chicken and pork chops and hot dogs, you know what I mean, on the grill for you. They ain't tell you to do that, That was you. And then you got studies out here with people been saying eating meat causes cancer. But now that it's not the FDA, but one of them associations, now they putting claims out that it's worse than smoking cigarettes or just as bad. Link sausage, hot dogs, whatever. But it's like it's up to us to take that initiative to make ourselves better and healthier, Not praying over everything and hoping that everything gonna be better. Going to church that won't save you. You gotta save yourself. praying to these gods, to these certain gods, these certain spirits, these certain energies, taking our energy on, you know. Next you know, we drained and all that. You might be in church shouting and all that, coming out of church tired. You go back on later that day, speaking if it's a Sunday, then you go throughout the week, you know. That's drained. That's taxing on the body. That's taxing on your soul, you know. I know a lot of our so-called Native American, African, indigenous cultures from ancient times, even till now, they always had some form of spirituality, and they always had some way teaching us how to ascend, you know. And when you learn how to ascend out of here, which is getting connected with your soul, you know, that's the gateway out of here. Like Christians, you know, we were taught, yeah, you gotta go to heaven. You want to go to heaven or hell, you know. Hell is hot, you know. So I mean, if hell hot, then it's heaven cold, you know. I'm just saying, you know, burning for eternity, that don't even make sense to me, you know. But we need to take better care of our health. Eat better foods. Let go some of that blood sacrifice. Let it all go. Eat foods from the sun. Cook from the sun, aka nature. You know what I mean? Your fruits, your vegetations of the land. Eat your nuts, beans, and rice. You know, I'm not too dogmatic, super alkaline, this and that, you know, but I will make my way towards that, you know. You know, get a couple products from maybe Dr. Sebi or these other medicinal teas, like a couple of these brothers and sisters are creating and making products and putting it out there on the market. And, you know, black owned too. That's why I gotta love that. So we gotta do better, you know. That's all I really want to say. I don't want to, you know, go long with, but it just hypocrisy, and it's a sickness. You know, these bad foods, going to church. You know what I mean? We sick in our bodies. We got different spirits in us, meaning the bad foods, the bad energy. We got all these different ailments. We got arthritis, cancer, you know, sickle cell, high blood pressure. And we go to church, pray. God, go move the time. Man, he ain't tell you to eat that pork chop. You know better eating that pork chop with all the worms in it, full of parasites. You know, it just. And then you want to pray over some blood, like I was saying earlier, the blood of Jesus. That don't make sense. You worshiping blood sacrifice, even when you wear it on your cross, on your chain. Worshiping death, the sacrifice. I'd rather, you know, I'm about that unk. I'm about life. So I give that unks to life. You feel me? But yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. My views, man, on the craziness, you know, and dealing with other people's lifestyle, and then using your brain to think logically about making yourself better, because and others around you. You start with yourself. That's what I'm doing. I'm not real dogmatic on people about what they eat to a certain extent, meaning like I don't hound every single body I see, you know. Like some people like in church say they might first get saved. Oh, you need to get saved, brother. This and that. They full of that spirit or whatever, you know what I mean? Me being a vegan, like I've been a vegan for a year, and I'm not an expert at that. I don't be super dogmatic, you know what I mean? But if somebody try to say some little slick stuff or whatever, you know what I mean, then I might drop them with something here and there, but I'm not real dogmatic. But we got to, like I was saying, we got to take responsibility. We got to use logic and reason, you know. You can't just throw that all out the window as soon as you go to church or you talk about God and assume that God just all about the Bible and Jesus and all this and that, you know what I mean? So, gotta do better, folks. That's pretty much it. All I gotta say. Peace out.